Hey guys, so I'm going to do a review of the Korean drama Secret Garden from 2010. And I will have to say, this is tied with another drama, but it is one of my most favorite dramas that I've ever watched. From over the 150 dramas that I've watched in the 2 years I've been watching, I love this drama, and it was actually the second one I ever watched, and it's still one of my favorites. So I guess I'll go over what it's about, and then I'll talk about the actors and more specifics. So, Secret Garden is about a couple characters, but mainly it focuses on Kim Joo-won, and he is a really rich, uh, he owns a mall, like his family's rich. He's very eccentric, he's very selfish, he's very, kind of just exists in his own world. And then on the polar opposite end, we have Gil Raim, and Gil Raim is a stunt woman. She's poor, but she's stubborn. So she's had to fend for herself and make a life for herself. She's 30, and she's 30, and Juwon is 34 in this drama. And they kind of meet by chance a few times, and Raim hates Juwon, but he kind of starts to have an interest in her, form an interest in her, and they just keep meeting up, and then of course he starts to sort of stalk her, I guess, and then by chance they happen to switch bodies, and that's a complicated thing, but it gets into it only happens a few times in the drama, and quite honestly, I probably still would have loved this drama even if they hadn't switched bodies. Like, if that whole element hadn't been in there, I still would have loved this drama just as much. But the whole body swapping thing does add humor and comedy to the drama. So, they become even more entangled in each other's lives because they have to talk to each other and see what they have to do in their everyday life when they're switched. And the other characters are Asuka, who is an aging pop star. He's Juwon's cousin, a little older than Juwon. He's a womanizer, but he's a bit nicer of a person than Juwon is. Yoon Sol, and she's a complicated character, but she's actually my favorite female character in this drama. She's just sarcastic, and she can be mean, but she's sweet as well. And she has a past relationship, like past history with Asuka. And then there's Im Jong-soo, who is Raim's boss. He owns the stunt company where she works. And you can tell he has a thing for her, but she's always looked at him like an older brother, so he kind of just, stays close with her and tries to protect her, but she never sees him in a romantic way, but you can tell that he sees her that way. And it's just, like I said, it has that weird, like, body swapping element, which is what I guess originally set it apart from other dramas, but I just really love the characters, and that made the drama for me personally. Hyun Bin as Juwon. Hyun Bin is my favorite Korean actor ever. like I said, Secret Garden is kind of the drama that made me obsessed with Korean dramas, because he was just amazing in it, and I've since watched most of the stuff he starred in, and he's awesome in everything. I've never, like, I don't know, he's just good at everything, and yes, he's attractive, but I also think he's a really good actor, because there are a lot of actors I think are attractive, in the Korean world, with K-pop and K-dramas and everything, but that doesn't mean they're good actors, just because they're attractive. but he is definitely a good actor. And just his role, like there could have, I mean, the way the character Ju-on's written is just is really great, but I feel like it wouldn't have been the same without him as that character. He was that character. He just made that character into the amazing presence that he turned out to be. And Ju-on is my favorite K-drama character ever because he's just so multifaceted and he has depth. And yes, he starts off as that, that generic K-drama archetype of the rich, jerky guy, but he becomes so much more than that, and that's why I really love the character, because it's not just that he has these quirks to him, and it's just a better character than I'd seen. So yeah, I love that character. Gil Raim, oh gosh. Okay, and 100% I don't know if this is the writing or the acting, but there are a lot of female characters like Raim who start off amazing. They're like independent, strong, both physically and emotionally strong women. And they're interesting. And then as the story goes on, the drama goes on, they lose that. They lose that personality they had in the beginning. They lose their strength somehow. And by the end of the drama, they're not the same character they were when the drama started out with. And I don't know if that makes sense. There's a lot of examples I can give of that. But Ha Ji-won, I've seen her in some other things. And I've just found that for me personally, I don't like her as an actress that much. Because like I said, I've seen other characters like this, but a lot of her characters are like this. A lot of her characters start off strong and they end up very weak. So, yeah. Because although this is my favorite drama, I will have to say, just from watching more and seeing more amazing female dramas that are female characters that are consistent, Gil Raim has probably become one of my least favorite drama characters. And I hate to say that because, like I said, obsessed with this drama, but that's the truth. And I even kind of have a term that I use with friends or people I know, and it's called a Ha Ji-won syndrome. And I will use that when it's a female character that becomes weak toward the end of a drama. So, yeah. Yoon Song-hyun as Asuka, he's great. I've seen him in a few other things. Asuka was he has his own personal story that he goes through, but he just adds a lot of humor. And like I said, because he's never like a romantic interest for Raim in this drama, but I like the relationship between him and Ju-won, because they're cousins, and because Ju-won's always kind of put people at arm's length, like he's not really close or affectionate with anybody, and I liked him and Asuka's relationship. And then, but yeah, Asuka was just funny, and he was a good character. And Kim Sa-rong as Yoon Sol. I have not seen her in any other dramas since Secret Garden. I don't think she's acted in any, but I really wish she would, because I thought she was amazing. Like, she blew Gil Raim's character out of the water. Yoon Sol is one of my favorite secondary characters ever, and I would love to see a drama with a character like her as the main character. And you kind of have in certain ones, like Couple or Trouble or Fantasy Couple or whatever. There's a really great female lead in that reminds me of Yoon Sol. But Yoon Sol was just so unique for a character. And she wasn't, I mean, it starts off as her wanting to, because Ju-won is like, his mother's pushing him to like date and get married because he's 34. And that's like, getting close to like too old, that he needs to be married by now. And she wants to, like, I think she really just wanted to try to marry him to make Asuka mad, because her and Asuka had a past with each other. But she just becomes this really great character that just helps Raheem and Ju-won's relationship, and she's just funny, and she's just different from a lot of other female characters, and I love her so much, and I wish they would have more characters like that. Because I will go into this because it's, but in dramas, you know, there are like consistent roles that you see over and over again, and the roles for women, especially female leads, are not usually as well written or as interesting as either secondary female lead characters or male lead characters, and I hate that. It's not all the time, but I just see that so much that the female leads are just kind of boring and just not written very well. But Yoon Sol was a great character, and I wish they would make more like that, especially in the lead role. And then Lee Phillip was Gil Raim's boss and kind of he secretly loved her, had unrequited love for her. He is so awesome. I love Lee Phillip. He was, and again, he's another actor that I don't see that much in dramas, and he's one that I think would be amazing in a lead role. He really would. He's a good actor, he's funny, he's really, really attractive. And yeah, I mean, he was in Faith, but he was only in it for like halfway, and then he had to drop out for surgery. But I would love to see him in a lead role. But yeah, all around, I love most of the characters in this drama. All the characters, I think, not only good acting, but they're well written. They had great chemistry with each other. I just can't say enough good things about this drama. It's hyped up for a reason. There's some dramas that I might talk about that I won't like because they're so hyped up that they don't live up to that hype. But this one deserves every amount of hype it gets. Every good, like, word of mouth you hear about it is true. Yeah. I love this drama so much. I couldn't recommend anything higher. Except, like, The Princess's Man, which is my other most favorite drama. But this one and The Princess's Man, like, if you're into dramas, if you want to start somewhere, these are the best ones that I've seen in my couple years of watching. But yes, Secret Garden, 10 out of 10 for me. I love it. It's one of those dramas that I compare everything I watch to because it did so much right. So yeah, Secret Garden, watch it. If you have watched it, tell me what you think, which character you like the best. And as always, feel free to recommend any dramas you would like for me to watch or review. And thanks so much for watching.